Hello everyone, Daryl Merle here. Today is another late, better late than never review of two saxophone stands that I own. They're both made by Hercules. One is called the Travlite. This is fairly new. The Travlite Alto saxophone stand. They make it also in tenor, and I believe they may have a soprano option. I'm not sure. Um, Hercules already has the tried and true version that they've made some changes to. That's a little bit different from mine right now. I've had this for probably about 3 to 5 years, possibly. But this, I would like to compare and talk about the differences between the two and why you should or shouldn't have either one of these. Um, the advantage of the Travlite is that this little thing can stick in the bell of your saxophone, which I have found to be great when I'm doing gigs that are kind of quick or small gigs. I can throw this thing in my saxophone case and I can run out the door with my case, maybe grab my amp for my tracks or whatever, and everything is already in there. This, I have to try to bring a bag along or something to carry especially if I have more than one saxophone, to carry my stands. And sometimes that's a hassle. But I will say this from the beginning, and as the video goes on, I'll show you the pros and cons of both. The pros for this is that this thing is so solid. If your saxophone falls off of this, somebody knocked it off. Somebody did something that they were not supposed to do. You were careless in putting it up here. This thing does what it's supposed to do. Now, Travlite, it does what it's supposed to do, but my experience has been you have to kind of put it in here the right way to make sure that you feel extra secure in it. Because it has to fold into a small place, it has a little bit of wobbleness to it that will probably make some saxophonists a little bit shaky with using it. But I have learned with my using it, I've had it probably almost a year now. If you put your saxophone in there the right way, you're fine. Now, if I was on a stage where there was like a lot of jumping and the stage was shaking and stuff like that, I would be a little bit scared, not scared, but scared to maybe use this on something that I knew that where I was taking my saxophones, it might be a little shaky. But if I knew where I was going to be at, the stage was solid, where I was going to be at, I could put it where I wanted. Nobody probably coming around. I would use this with the two saxophone stands. As I talked about before, the tried and true, the normal Hercules stand that compacts down to take around. Both are convenient, easy to use. But this is the new boy and we want to see. I know for me, I want to know how strong would it be, because you're always concerned will my saxophone fall down. Well, let's look at the tried and the true. You put your saxophone in it. I mean, you got to really do something for that thing to come out. It really holds your saxophone well. And now the newer version of this, I think they hold the saxophone even better because they kind of, I think what I saw, they kind of curve around the bell of the horn a little more. Okay, now Travlite, which is made for traveling light, it's compactable. It has a case that you put it in, or like a pouch, and the pouch goes inside of your saxophone, and it's easy to stay in your case. It's easy to take around as opposed to having to take an extra bag or something to carry, especially if you have more than one saxophone to carry the regular Hercules stand. Now, if you just put this thing in here forward, automatically you see it do that. When I saw that, when I first got it, and I started doing these little tests like that, and I saw how it wobbled and it turned like that, I got scared. I said, oh no, I might have to take this back. And if you look at it too, and I'm just gonna hold the bottom down a little bit. Well, I thought it would wiggle more than that. Forget that point. Moving right along, both of them does not wiggle like that. But when you have it in there, it seems like it's a little shaky. So what I do is when I use this stand, I turn it a little bit this way. And I have found that it's more secure that way. It doesn't move more when I kind of turn it to the left. In conclusion, the Hercules brands of stands are nice to have. There's a lot of ones out there, a lot of other ones out there, but Hercules do very well, especially the one that I showed you first, as I call it, the tried and the true. You can't really say anything bad about it. And the Travlite works well, even though it does have its pluses and it has its negatives, but it could be something good for you to try. So please like this video, subscribe, share, click the bell for notifications for other videos. And I will definitely come back with performances, lessons, all things pertaining saxophone and music, period. I'm a music lover, so sometime I may do some other things with other instruments. But saxophone, as I say before, that's my thing.